You get to own a piece of pop culture. And I really feel like we're a Web2 brand moving into Web3, really creating the blueprint on how it's done. So I'm Evan Kuhn, the president of Delorean Labs. Delorean Labs is the Web3 innovation part of the Delorean Motor Company ecosystem. And of course, the Delorean Motor Company, the iconic car from the Back to the Future movies, and some amazing IP that's been around for the last 40, 50 years at this point. People may know it even from a best-selling Lego set, Hot Wheels, a bunch of video games. And of course, DeLorean's coming out with a new electric vehicle, and it's going to be one of the first vehicles to be fully on-chain, end-to-end. We pre-sold the first year of build slots, it's around 1,000 build slots. They exist on the Sui blockchain in NFT form. They can be bought and sold in our marketplace at marketplace.delorean.com. And then when they receive their vehicle, that NFT becomes like this certificate of authenticity, where all the driving data, service records go on chain and creates these transparent records so that the marketplace can really facilitate a secondary market. So you can have your vehicle and you can always get a sense of the floor price on it. And then we'll probably make financing the vehicle much easier as well.
Super exciting. How did that idea come about?
So it was funny enough, a lot of people from the Delorean Motor Company were at the Futurist conference in 2018, exploring the idea. And
so it started the Futurist?
Yeah, kind of had its genesis here. And then I was brought in a few years later to really help with the Web3 strategy and really kind of put that plan together.
And you're Canadian with a background at Coinberry.
Yeah, Toronto, born and raised, been in the regulated, brokerage crypto space in Canada, and had some time at WonderFi as well.
So where are you at right now with Delorean Labs? Like we're on the journey, basically.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we've pre-sold the first year of production. So Delorean themselves, we're not building the vehicle, we're licensing the IP to a company to build it. And we're expecting that around 2027 for deliveries to start happening. And then, of course, with this, we saw the vehicle and integration there with blockchain is really just the tip of the iceberg. Blockchain and Web3 is really so much about community. And DeLorean has such an active, vibrant community, from everything from the car community, then the Back to the Future community, and then of course just the general pop culture, being at Comic-Con and all that stuff. So this is a way of bringing all these communities together, and then having a token, the DMC token, that can be the lifeblood of that community, and then integrate it with all these partnerships, that we have coming up as well.
And what you're talking about, if I understand you correctly, is essentially tokenizing IP, right?
Yeah.
So that sounds like it would be an opportunity that would apply to a lot of other quote-unquote legacy brands, right?
Yeah, you get
is that a big addressable market, basically, for Web3?
Yeah, definitely. You get to own a piece of pop culture. And I really feel like we're a Web2 brand moving into Web3, really creating the blueprint on how it's done. What's funny now is we're actually seeing Web3 brands go into Web2 the opposite way, with Pudgy Penguins, Bored Apes, Doodles, starting to exist in Walmart and crossover with other brands and promotions. And, so we're kind of creating the blueprint for the other way. And it's just exciting times to be in this industry.
Really amazing. Beyond the tokenization side of the business that everybody talks about a lot right now, how do you feel about the state of the industry right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing, a situation unlike never before, where we're seeing countries and really start adopting it, and then big institutions like BlackRock. I see in a way it's almost never been healthier. In terms of the big adoption. Now we're starting to see regulation happen. Especially in the U.S. Stable coins, and we're going to start to see more and more platforms being regulated. And that's really the first big hurdle is, making it easy for people to utilize the on and off ramps, in this industry. And, really, we're building, and, we're trying not to pay too much attention to the short-term cycles that are happening, because that's I've been around for a few cycles at this point. That's natural, and it's always going to drift into bubble territory. Healthy correction, have that push and pull back and forth, and this is very new technology as well.
Do you feel like the frenzy is less though than it was? Because by frenzy, I literally mean this kind of bubbling up and down of this industry. Do you feel like it's tapering?
Yeah, I think now we're in a healthy place where I wouldn't say there's much euphoria at the moment, but that means less distractions. It means it's easier for us to keep our head down, build, stick to our vision, and really foster our own community and develop that.
Super exciting. Congratulations. Very exciting work you're doing.
Thank you.
Thanks. Great chatting.